Ba-da-da, ba-da-da, ba-da. So, should we go and battle Sabrina first? I feel like we can. Oh, well, wait, we have the dojo, too. Let's go beat up the dojo fucker first. And we can get our Hitmonlee or Chan. I prefer Hitmonlee nowadays. Even though like his moveset's not as good, because Hitmonchan gets the, you know, the elemental punches and all that. But I don't know, I just like Hitmonlee better now. But because that's what we got our first time, we'll get Hitmonchan. Although I know why I did it, probably because at the time, like, Hitmonchan was in the base set, so it's like, oh wow, look at this Hitmonchan. And I know I had base set Hitmonchan. I don't know if I have it still. I don't think I do. But I remember having that one. Whereas Hitmonlee didn't come out until 2 sets later in the Fossil set, so to me it was just like, what the fuck is this weird thing? Because if you're looking at it, especially the sprite, it's just like it's like a chicken nugget with like weird bendy arms and legs. He's really weird. And I mean, this whole dojo is just fighting Pokemon, so they can't touch Haunter, and he's got Psychic. They can't really do much to Alakazam or to Kadabra, and Kadabra's got Psychic moves. It's actually quite unfair. Not to mention, I also have Nidoking, who also resists fighting. He just can't really do anything super effective. I don't know, it seems like out of all the Pokemon that I have on my team, like, even though I like, you know, Raichu and Gengar more than the others, I feel like out of my whole team, the most fearsome would be Nidoking. Like, Blastoise is cool, and both Blastoise and Nidoking, I think, get to about the same height. But Nidoking is just this terrifying giant purple monster with sharp teeth, a long-ass tail, a giant horn on his head, claws. Like, this thing would just rip people and Pokemon apart. If you just go into a gym or a battle and just throw out a giant purple monster that's gonna annihilate things. Nothing tough frightens me. I break boulders for a living. Cool. Again, giant purple monster. A boulder is a giant rock that can't fight back. Nidoking is like the Pokemon equivalent of Chewbacca ripping off somebody's arms. I think I'm actually gonna get started working on my ROM hack soon. And I think after this, after I finish this playthrough, we'll do Infinite Fusion, I think is what it's called. Or possibly I may... I may go back to Radical Red. I want to finish Radical Red, but at the same time, it's like my version is so outdated that I don't know if I want to just continue where I left off, start a new file. I don't know anymore. See, look, basically his torso, his body is just like a weird chicken nugget with eyes. But I do like him better now. Also, Hitmonchan's sprite is really weird. Like, it's just, I don't know. Again, the only thing I can attribute to me choosing Hitmonchan over Hitmonlee was just because I had the Hitmonchan card, and Hitmonlee hadn't been made into a card yet. That's just my assumption. Indeed, I have lost. They make the Karate Master out to be, like, such a fucking weakling in, what's it? Pokemon Journeys. Couldn't even remember what the fuck it was called. Yeah, get Hitmonchan. Nope, no nickname, there's no room, go to the PC, alright. As far as the games portray it, your Pokemon are just sitting in, like, the disk drive of a PC, just not getting any sunlight. But at least in, you know, if you've watched the anime, then you're like, oh, well, I know that they go to Professor Oak's, and, you know, he lets them out of their Pokeball to, you know, get said sunlight. Hey, you fucker. Sending out a stupid water type. You asshole. And a Thunderbolt. Right, you. So I'm still trying to decide, but I think for my ROM hack, I think I'm gonna go with Gen 2 just because I love Gen 2 better, and I feel like Gen 1 is so overplayed with everything between you know, between we got Let's Go, and then, you know, they got remakes, and granted, so did Gold and Silver. They got Heart Gold, Soul Silver, but it's also the case of most ROM hacks are, you know, based off of Fire Red. And it's like, how many times do you really want to play through Gen 1? Or how many times do you want to watch Gen 1? And again, I love Gen 1, but you kind of got to have some kind of variety. There we go. And I mean, we've done a decent bit of Gen 2 on this channel as well, but I feel like I want to dip my toes in one of the original Game Boy Color games before I attempt to. And I mean, I'm sure it's not that hard. It can't be that hard to make a ROM hack of the Game Boy Advance games, because those are the ones that people make the ROM hacks for 9 times out of 10, or 9.9 times out of 10. Oh, it's a Haunter on Haunter battle. Let's do it. You weren't supposed to live. Nightshade me, I'll nightshade you back. Haunter looks so good in Gen 1. Even though I prefer his Pokemon Yellow sprite better. His Red and Blue sprite is just so creepy. Honestly, Pokemon Yellow, even though I don't prefer the game for the most part, just because I don't prefer. I mean, you do get all the starters, I guess. But there's just something about it that I don't prefer it over Red and Blue. But the sprites in that game are so much better. Which makes sense, because it's the first accurately designed game. A lot of the sprites in Red and Blue are not exactly the best representation of the Pokemon. Alright, yep, well, we'll keep playing this game, and you'll die this time. Fucking Slowpoke again, alright. I'm trying to think. I want to say we should be able to get through Sabrina's gym, and then we have to go to the Safari Zone, and then we can probably get through Koga's gym, and then we might be able to go and get Articuno in this playthrough. That might actually be doable. What's he sending out? Kadabra? Yeah. I will say though, Articuno will not do us any good. Against Blaine. He will do really well against Giovanni, though. So I'm not sure. I don't know. We might wait. And I'll just get Articuno either right before we battle Giovanni, or I'll wait and we'll get Articuno to take on Victory Road in the Elite Four. Because, I mean, if our Pokemon are 37, 38, and then we just go ahead and go and add a level 50 to our team, that might be a bit much. So we may wait. But we will get Articuno at one of those points. I'm just not sure which one. Fucking Slowbro again. Sorry, Ninetales. I love Gen 1 Slowbro. Again, awesome design. I don't really care for Slowpoke that much, but Slowbro is great. Even though it depicts the shelter on his tail as being as large as his body, which is not even close to accurate. That's the other reason that I also want to use Gold and Silver as my template for my own ROM hack, because not only are all the sprites just look amazing, but just the colors palette that they chose for Gen 2 is just, it's so perfect. It's so perfect without being too much. Like, it doesn't feel like they're going over the top with it. Though, if I do choose to use Articuno, it might be more accurate of my first team from my first playthrough, but then I screw up the layout where all 6 of our team are cards from the base set, and that's kind of a big deal. I mean, it's not really, but it is to me. I mean, I'll probably end up saying fuck it and do it anyways, but because that really wasn't the intention. It just kind of worked out that way. In fact, what I'll probably do... debatable. Because what I could do is, if we choose to add Articuno, like I've said, Kadabra is probably the one that goes. So then Kadabra gets replaced with Articuno on the layout, and that goes from a base set card to a fossil set card. But then Raichu's right there underneath Articuno, which could then also end up being a base set card, or a fossil set card, because there's a fossil Raichu. And then Haunter's right there under Raichu on the layout, and there's also a fossil Haunter card. I could do that and just swap it up and then have 3 base set and 3 fossil set cards, which makes no difference to anybody but me, but it makes a difference to me. Plus, I actually really do like both the base and fossil set arts for Raichu and Haunter. I actually couldn't decide which ones to use for the layout, and then when I just conveniently realized, wow, I think my team is going to be all cards from the base set, that's when I went with the base set ones. But now this method will let me get to use both variations. Again, nothing anybody cares about except me. Unless anybody else who ends up watching has interesting OCD issues. Blastoise grew to 38. And as I mentioned before, I don't have a fucking clue. I don't remember how this puzzle works. I just remember that if you go left or right of wherever you enter the room, eventually it will take you to Sabrina. There is probably a quicker method to it, something speedrunners use, but I don't care because that's boring. speedrunning would be interesting to me, but the reason it's not is because you're not playing the game. Like, sure, if it's like, okay, you didn't catch every Pokemon, or you didn't pick up every item, or battle every trainer, that's whatever. But that's not even the issue. It's literally... Come on, Ninetales. Oh, come on, you were confused the one turn you needed to not be confused. And then twice in a row. And the only reason you're still alive is because this Haunter keeps going for hypnosis, keeps missing, and you slapped yourself literally to death. It didn't even have to be this way. But there was also no reason I needed to switch. Haunter's trying to learn Dream Eater. Do I give a fuck? I got Psychic, Mega Drain, Nightshade. No. If the Gengar line could just learn something better than Hypnosis to be able to put Pokemon to sleep, Dream Eater would be awesome. But they don't. So it's kind of... It just doesn't really matter. It ends up being a just fucking dumb, useless move. Which is really shitty because I don't know if it's Dream Eater or Nightshade that's supposed to be the Gengar line's signature move, but either way, they suck. Do I have... And I'll use this Max Revive just because I don't feel like leaving the gym just to come right back. And that's kind of why you have these items anyways. Hyper Potion. Totally a waste of a Hyper Potion here. But I don't fucking care. Like I said, I don't feel like going and taking the time to go heal and come back. The game version of Sabrina is so different than the anime, because the anime version just seems like she's just psychotic for the point of being psychotic. Like, she's just really sadistic. Disable, oh no, you disabled my Thunder Wave that I wasn't using anyways. Whereas this Sabrina's like, yep, so I've been special with special powers since I was little. I don't like fighting, but I'm a gym leader, so I kind of have to. This is very, very different from her anime counterpart. Which is fine, because they're not supposed to be the same. It's literally like two different universes to the same franchise. A Venomoth. Our freshly revived Ninetales can handle that. Venomoth is a really weird Pokemon for Gen 1 when you think about it. Because Venomoth is a... Venonat is what? Bug grass? No, that's... It's bug poison, I guess. So it makes it... kind of makes my point a little less valid. But it's bug psychic, or bug poison. But it's used by a psychic gym leader because it has psychic. Or it gets some psychic move. But then... Koga also uses Venomoth, I think? In one of the games. Which is a poison type, but I don't even really remember if it learns any decent poison type moves. Oh, her Alakazam's 43. Come on, Blastoise. Don't get a crit. Oh, she got a crit. Oh, that didn't do good damage. Put up Reflect. Okay. I probably should have Bubble Beamed to get a bit of a speed drop. Okay, yep. Went for Reflect again. That's awesome. We'll get a speed drop. Went for Recover. That's awesome. We may just keep getting a couple speed drops here. And then... Ooh, we got a crit. So now Blastoise is faster, but if Alakazam hits Blastoise again... use Psywave. That is debatable. It didn't do jack shit. Alakazam definitely got a low roll. Went for Psywave again, so this might actually kill. Yep. So, this defeated the entire point I was trying to make. I was just going to keep lowering her speed, and then that way we could hit with something better. But, Blastoise did most of the work, didn't really matter now. That's fine now. And right, so Sabrina doesn't like fighting. Why does she have a whip in her hand? Gen 1 is so fucking weird. I just don't get it. Please take this TM, it's Psywave. No, it doesn't. See, that's the trick. Psywave sucks. Psywave does can I teleport out of here? No. Psywave does random damage, which is really shitty, and it's not even, it doesn't pay attention to type. So I guess like it's okay to use against Psychic type Pokemon, but otherwise it's pointless. Whereas Psybeam is a base 65 power, does decent damage, has a good confusion chance, and your Pokemon can get stab and super effective damage out of